I have been asked a lot of times as a free-to-play player who never spent a single dollar in this game, how I managed to have some good artifacts, how I managed to have some interesting heroes, especially for the archers. Well, this video will be about that. How do I manage to spend my gems in a way that I get the most value, in my opinion, right? First section of the video will be about beginners, like especially for free-to-play players and even some low spenders. How would you like to spend your gems at the start of the game, right? There is like two most important things which you can do with your gems. The first one is of course getting second building queue, which will benefit you strongly because your progression towards building the town hall to maximum level will rise in a double, right? And it's like one of the most valuable things which you can actually buy at the beginning. I don't really remember how much it actually costs. It was 5k or 7 or 2, something like that. So even if it was like 10k, it's really worth it because like you will skyrocket in terms of constructions, in terms of buildings, all around the game, right? It's not only during the beginning. You will have this second building queue all the time until you are playing the game. So this is like great investment at the start, which I think every single player to have to upgrade as fast as possible. And second one, which is connected to the progression, is of course VIP shop. And when we're gonna go to the level 8, we are having second research queue permanently unlocked, right? Of course, being as a free-to-play player, whenever you are starting the game, it's necessary for you to have a good alliance, at least average, where people are spending some funds, because that's how you are getting some honor points and that's how you are upgrading the levels. I think it's normal to use some gems to level up to 8, and gets the second research queue, and after that just don't care about VIP levels. Just trust your alliance members in order for you to get more and more levels. I know it will be slow. I have played this game for like close to 700 days and I'm on only like 30 level, which is not that much, right? But level 8 is important. Try to get it. It will change your gameplay. Also, I have asked the question regarding like legendary tokens and speed ups, especially like 24-hour speed up. If it's good to get them from with the gems, I think until you're gonna get tier 5, just don't touch it. It costs a lot. Whenever you will be tier 5 player, even as a low spender, even free to play player, I think then you should actually check the legendary tokens and speed ups in order to get more army with the speed ups or to upgrade the heroes levels, which are next step whenever you are a free-to-play player. So basically that's like VIP shop and construction tips for with the usage of gems. I think without gems it will be almost impossible, especially for a free-to-play player, to get second research queue during the beginning, because it's really hard to get to the alliance where people are spending some funds to buy bundles, and that's why, and that's how you are getting actually some VIP points, right? You can see here, here like for example my alliance member bought a wooden alliance chest and I got 150 honor points which went to my VIP shop. So better your alliance, more members your alliance has, and more people are spending in the game, benefits to everybody, also you who are not spending a single dollar, right? So yeah, until level 8, just try to use your gems to get the second research queue, because you want to get to tier 4, tier 3, tier 5 as soon as possible, because that's the highest damage dealer and most important troops in the game, right? The next one, which we already start to think about, the events. They're like artifact events, they're like heroes events. First of all, I want to speak about the artifacts event, which all the time is happening at the end of the KVK, and I think the best way to spend gems for artifacts as a free-to-play player is waiting for Artifact Compendium, right? This one is Enduring Artifact Compendium. There is like Epic one and there is Legendary one, right? My main idea would be to not really spend on Enduring one, which is the worst one from these three. Whenever you get Epic one or Legendary one, that's the best artifact event for a free-to-play player, because you are are guaranteed to get 2 legendary tokens with 30k gems, which means 1 legendary artifact for 50k gem, which is great deal, right? There is like other events where you kind of have to spend like 100k gems to get even at least one, right? Depending on your luck. So here it's guaranteed 2 legendary artifacts from 20 spins, which means like 10 spins per artifact. So that's like, I think, the best one in terms of free to play and low spender. Of course, my season went really bad this time and we are having enduring one. That's the reason why I'm not spending here. But if you're gonna get epic artifact compendium or like a legendary one, that's like the newest and the best artifacts which you can actually get in the current season, right? That's why it's so valuable. Of course, even if you are going to try your luck, you need to have some luck to get some good ones, but honestly, it's like the best value in terms of numbers of gems required for you to get 2 legendary artifacts, right? Because there is other events where you can actually get legendary artifacts, but the cost and the value is just too much, right? And one of them, like for example, we can check it ourselves. Like one of them is of course Forge of Light, right? Forge of Light is one of the most unique events for artifacts, because if you are just purely going to spend some gems on Forge of Light, then you are not free-to-play player, you are not even low spender, you are high spender. That's how much gems you actually have to spend on Forge of Light to get at least like your chosen artifact, right? And one more way why it's so unique to try your luck in Forge of Light, because there is another way how you free-to-play players can try their luck in Forge of Light, is that every single week we can get like 5 Forge artifact keys, which costs like 1000 artifact coin. For a free-to-play player that might be hard, but slowly you are gathering like 5 per week, and I think when you will have like 70 on 85, try your luck on Forge of Light, because every 90 spins, every 90 tries, you are guaranteed the legendary artifact, which might not be even the one which you actually chosen, right? That's why I would not really advise anybody to go for Forge of Light, especially being a free-to-play player or even like a low spender, because it's actually really costly, right? But there is one big difference. If you actually saved up your forged keys, at least like 75, 85, then try your luck only with forged keys, right? Because the gems, it will cost gems a lot, and I think there is a lot better artifact compendium which gives us 2 guaranteed legendary artifacts by spending 30k gems, which is really low amount, right? So if you are high spender, Forge of Light is great for you. Low spenders and free-to-play players, don't use gems on Forge of Light. Try to collect forged keys, and then you are going to be fine trying your luck on your Forge of Light. And of course, there is one more event, which is Riches of the Forest. And my advice on Riches of the Forest would be same. In general, that event happens whenever new KVK starts. That's one more event for not low spenders, not even free-to-play players, but high spenders, in my opinion. But yeah, depends on your gameplay, right? Depends how much gems you actually have gathered. Maybe you are a free-to-play player, you already have tier 5, maybe you already have all the heroes you want to get, and you are just missing one artifact, right? That's different case. In this case, being a simple free-to-play player, I don't really advise to try luck with gems in Forge of Light and Riches of the Forest. My main advice would be to go for the artifact compendium, because there's the highest value to get from the artifacts, being as a low spender or free to play. I guess that's like enough for artifacts, because we don't have any more artifact events in general, but we have one more ways how you can spend gems in this game is heroes, right? And in terms of heroes, we have 2 ways. One is lucky spins, where like every single 2 weeks we are having lucky spins of the heroes, which you can get check manually and choose whichever you want. And there is Wheel of Destiny at the start of the new KVK. Generally, new heroes appear there, and if you have luck, you can try your luck there. And the big difference between Lucky Spins and Wheel of Destiny is that, for example, let's speak about Lucky Spins at first, right? Lucky Spins is the way of spending gems for mainly like PvP heroes. And I think this is a great way for the free-to-play players, even low spenders. If you already have research second queue, building second queue, tier 5 units, or maybe you are close to awaken some new or old legendary heroes, like missing like 15 or 20 legendary tokens, it's a great way to get like tokens and heroes with the resource which is most rare in the game, but at least we can get it from inside the game organically, right? And there is like small quests here. If you're gonna spin 10 times, you're gonna get 5 chosen hero token, and more you're gonna do, more guaranteed hero tokens you are going to get, right? And other than that, you can see there is a wheel where you can like whenever the wheel will stop on this arrow, the reward, that will be the reward you are getting. I think like difference between Wheel of Destiny and Lucky Spin is huge, because on Lucky Spins you can actually spin as much gems as you have, like 100 spins is the maximum, and for the Wheel of Destiny with the gems you can only spend like 20 spins. Other than that, you should actually buy the tickets with the Wheel of Destiny to try the luck, right? So I think in terms of heroes, the Lucky Spins are the most perfect hero event. I know a lot of free-to-play players and low spenders won't gonna be able to spend like 100 times, but even 10 times per 2 weeks is normal. That's totally fine, right? That's not even a lot. That's how you can actually slowly build up your heroes, and we know that every Kingdom Builder game is a grind, so that's not a big secret. And yeah, the Lucky Spins event, Wheel of Destiny event, which happens generally at the start of the every single KVK, and the difference between Wheel of Destiny and Lucky Spins is that there is some heroes which you can't get on Lucky Spins and you can get on Wheel of Destiny. But like generally, even if you are not spending any funds in this game, trying your luck on the first day of the KVK on the Wheel of Destiny, with just like 7k gems will be spent, or 9k maximum, to try your luck with the 20 spins is not kind of nice, right? Even if you are not spending like anything, even if you are not spending any money, like 20 spins for Wheel of Destiny is fine. You are not really spending a lot of gems to get some new legendary heroes, and actually that's how I got my Cinerion, even my Goresh, and some heroes like that. There is like one more ways how you can actually spend your gems, but especially during the end of the game, during the end of the end game, like while you are already tier 5, while you are already maxed out some of your main things. I guess like using like buying speed ups and waiting until you're gonna get the new heroes, and try to spend your gems in a way that you will plan yourself ahead if new heroes are coming to town, and maybe you want to spend your gems on the lucky spins. Like for example, it happened here, right? Like new hero came out. If I wanted to spend my gems on new hero, I would have collected even more, and I would get Falgrim, like not awakened, but at least unlocked, right? And one more thing which we have to speak about gems, and where we kind of have to spend gems as a free-to-play and low spender players, that's like treaties, right? Treaties, the most important to get to the tier 5, and arrows, right? This is like two most rare items to get in the game, and I think if you are a free-to-play player or low spender, you should be rushing yourself to get to tier 5 units, because that's the strongest you can get in the game, and for that you want to have your rally building to 25 and your watchtower to 25. Every single level which you're gonna increase to your watchtower and the rally building requires treaties and requires arrows, right? I know if you're gonna just use your commander points to rally forts and kill darklings, you will slowly collect these items, but trust me, at some point you will have to spend gems, right? And in this case, I'm going to spend my gems on my treaties. I'm just waiting until I'm gonna spend all of my commands points, so I will check how much I will need, and then I will spend these gems. So trust me, even if you will just try hard, just grind, at the end of the day, you will still have to use some gems on treaties or arrows. Like if you will be purely organic, it will take just too long time until you will build this rally building to 25 and watchtower to 25, because of course you want to get to tier 5, right? So this is how I went with my gameplay. Of course, I have made some mistakes in the past by for example, scrapping some treaties when I didn't know how it was working, or I spent some gems on Forge of Light, and generally when I speak about some things in the game, I always use my own experience. So this is how I build my account and how I generally spend my gems and how I'm planning to spend gems in the future. Hopefully it will be helpful for you if you are a free-to-play, low spender or high spender. Try to build your own gameplay, but try to plan your own gameplay, how you want to play the game in like 2 months, 1 month, or what kind of goals you want to achieve in this game, right? I hope you liked the video. If you did, press like, subscribe, share. It always gives me more and more motivation to make more content for this game. I wish everybody an amazing day, morning, and night. We are going to see each other really, really soon. Bye bye and luck.